Bill, you have on a red tie. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you're right. Oh.
What is wrong? You've got to get rid of that.
See what I
Can
mean?
I cut it in half?
Oh,
Do me a
God.
favor.
Do you mind if I cut it off?
Brian, go look at my blue suitcase, and you'll see a tie in the front of it. Will you bring me that tie?
There's no red allowed.
No,
This
believe
is
me.
going to be awesome.
My assistant's going to get my new tie, and you're going to see it on face cam.
Can I cut that tie off? I like they used to do.
Don't
in the
worry,
line.
that tie will
Cut
be
it in
different
half.
by the time this
Okay,
interview's
good.
over.
We will have on video this morning via KEEL's Facebook page a United States Senator.
He's taking off his red tie. I love this man.
You're totally with me. I'm totally with you. I didn't even think about it this morning.
So before we get to serious stuff in the next segment, how you been? What you been doing? Traveling or anything?
We've been traveling the state. Had a fantastic time in Monroe yesterday. I had an economic development luncheon, trying to figure out how we can bring more prosperity to North Louisiana. Was in Plaquemine, Louisiana the day before, and just had a pastor say, and it's a great prayer. He says, the stuff we talk about creating jobs for others has eternal consequences. And you think about that. My family moved to Louisiana because my dad wanted to sell insurance to people working in the petrochemical industry. And for my life, it's been totally different. So anyway, it really does have consequences. So it's been a great week. I've enjoyed the people of Louisiana.
You're going to the game on Saturday? I'm almost hesitant to ask because even mentioning the upcoming Alabama-LSU contest makes Erin start to sweat. So you going to the game Saturday?
I'm going to the game, had 4 tickets, and I could have sold 2 of them, and I thought, wait a second, who's going to buy them on StubHub? Some guy from Alabama. By the way, my wife's an Alabama grad.
Oh, boy.
And I used to,
Wait, stop. Seriously?
yeah, I used to tell folks on the campaign trail, what do you call a woman from Alabama who marries a guy from Louisiana? She's clearly a social climber.
You're going to tour the airport here. Some big money's being spent at our regional airport. What are you looking forward to seeing? What does it mean for Shreveport Bossier? Lower fares, we hope?
Lower fares, but economic development inevitably is somewhat tied to air service. You're in the shadow of the Almighty here. People will drive over to DFW just because, my gosh, you get all these direct flights. For Shreveport to continue to fulfill its potential, to kind of reach its potential, you need better air service. And your airport could have some upgrading, just being honest. And so what we're trying to do is get some federal funding down here, which is available for all airports across the country. So why don't we get it here and upgrade that airport, again, to make it better, hopefully cheaper fares, but also hopefully some economic development.
United States Senator Dr. Bill Cassidy is with us. If Matt were here, we could go to break.
No, he said he's got to let his guy back in because he's getting him a new tie.
I know.
It's important.
A new cravat, as it were.
I've got to ask you a little bit about the caravan because I know you're keeping an eye on that. You're watching what the president is saying. Was that a political ploy? We talked about this a while back. Do you still think that a little?
I do think that. I mean, somebody is putting up the money. There is food and water required for that. Somebody is exploiting vulnerable people in Honduras and Central America to come up here. That is also important to understand. And their timing is to try and drag it out before the election cycle. Again, let's not be naive. So all that said.
We hate to get way off track.
The tie. It's an LSU Tiger tie. There you go.
It's
Tell you
more
what.
than an LSU Tiger tie.
Man.
It's like one of those things you only wear on game day. But why not?
We appreciate your placating Erin is the only phrase. Tell you what, we'll take a quick break. More with Dr. Bill. We'll get back to the caravan, and I know you want to talk opioids and opioid crisis and how your continued efforts to help people across this country who are dealing with that addiction, how's that going, especially legislatively.